Hi, I'm Lisa Coffey. Recently, I spoke with sages and scientists from around the world and asked them about the law of relationship. Here's what they had to say about how we can learn and grow from the relationships in our own lives.
Well, the people in our lives are our greatest teachers. They're all mirrors of us, and they see things in us that we can't see in ourselves. And so we need to become good listeners.
Every single human being you will ever meet, including yourself, is an image of God or one consciousness, of the one mind, because it's your personal experience that you're having. So every relationship is just you in disguise.
Well, I think relationships are the fundamental joy of living.
I know in my own life with my wife that when we got together and connected, I saw that my experience of life changed, that I was sort of sleepwalking less and experiencing it more.
For me, I learned from my children, and so that's something that I always, every day, they teach me things, and I think through their eyes and my interactions then with other people, I learn more and more.
All of us, when we come into this dimension of experience, what it's all about is relationships. When you leave here, the first thing you realize is that nobody's ever harmed in this play. It's much easier to forgive, and when you start to understand the game, it's much easier to learn without judgment.
You're born here, or you're brought here with a purpose, and the purpose is you live for others. Life is to be useful. It's to be compassionate. It's to be honest. And it is to make a mark in another human being's life so that you have lived well and have let others live well.
Part of their culture says that there's great value in being competitive, but there's a new way of looking at this because our consciousness unites us. You can put that competition on the back burner and substitute collaboration.
Together, our cumulative energies build and increase much more than they would if either one of us were working alone.
I think the people who come into our lives are there for a purpose. Even the ones who are difficult, oftentimes they're our greatest teachers. And so be grateful even for the challenges because they're all helping us to expand and learn.
Everyone who comes into our life has something to teach us. And often the people who I find annoy me the most are the ones that I have the most to learn from because they're resonating with that part of myself that I'm not very comfortable with. And so to the extent that I can go into every relationship and say, how can I serve this person and what can I learn from them? It makes my life much more joyful and theirs as well.
The major catalyst for consciousness transformation comes out of pain. It comes out of discomfort. Do we see it as devastating and causing us to be incapacitated, or is it something that can call us to our greatness?
Well, every relationship is, in one way or another, expanding our sense of self, and along that way, expanding our capacity for compassion. So whether or not the relationship is with the waiter or the waitress at the restaurant or your most beloved, intimate partner, in both cases, through that connection, the sense of self becomes less constricted, more expanded. If we live a heart-centered state of awareness, then we'll start treating the world as if it was our beloved and maybe save it.
I think that gratitude and forgiveness and compassion are fundamental aspects of the kind of qualities we all need to cultivate within ourselves so that we can be more resilient and we can be more responsible.
Every relationship is meant to take us to a new level of awareness, whether we think it's good or bad. It's something that happened in our lives because we wanted to learn a lesson and take us to a new level of consciousness.